Hello, my name is Rivka Costello, and I sent this video to you so that you could see my presentation as you indicated that you are not able to meet via Zoom. And if after this presentation you would like to meet with me or you have any questions, just message me and whatever means I messaged you. Usually I contact people on Facebook or TikTok or your email address and phone number. So I hope this presentation gives you a good explanation of who we are and makes it clear of our mission. Um, And normally, when I meet with people, I like to hear their side of the story. So if this is a little less personal, I apologize, but you're not here with me. But I at least wanted you to have the presentation accurately because sometimes during texting and things, people miss things within it or context is missing and that kind of thing. So I'm just going to go through the presentation I normally would that you would hear from me if we were meeting together in person. And also you'll be able to see me and get to know me a little bit better. So my name is Rivka, and my husband's name is David. My husband is born and Jewish from his mother. He didn't find out till much later in life. I am a convert. I converted through a rabbi who has Orthodox smicha but is also Messianic. I converted with myself and three of my kids. My last two children are born Jewish, and we are fully observant. We are Shomer Shabbos, Shomer Kashrus, and we do practice family purity laws. So we don't just preach rabbinics in terms of your typical, we're going to use this to quote unquote evangelize. We are not a Christian organization, we are a Jewish organization. So with that, I'm going to get into the presentation now. So now that you know a little bit about me and my husband, we started this organization in September of 2017. And first off, I just want to say regarding other um, ministries. We're not going to bash them. We do not, that is not our responsibility. We don't believe in bashing other ministries to get more support or people on our side. That's not how Hashem operates. And if you don't know what Hashem means, it just means the name because we don't use the direct name of God. So first, like I said, there's a lot of Jewish ministries and organizations out there that are trying to reach Jewish people. We have nothing negative to say about their work and we appreciate what they're trying to do, even if we disagree with their methods and that kind of thing. And I'll get into that in a minute. They are great at reaching secular and less religious Jews. If you support them, you support J4J, CPM, First Fruits of Zion, or any other organizations. There's many over in Israel, for example, that are more Christian oriented. That's wonderful. Keep supporting them. We're not trying to stop you from supporting them, and we just want to see if we're a good fit for you. If you're looking for somewhere else to give, or looking just in general to increase your charity giving. Second point, on that note, our ministry is unique and rare because we have a unique approach and specialized training to reach the unreached group of Jewish people. The Orthodox Hasidic community. So this would include Chabad, Satmar, Breslov, even modern Orthodox to a certain extent. Basically, anyone who considers themselves an Orthodox Jew. There's just like in Christianity or Messianics, there's a wide girth there. Um, we have the culturally appropriate understanding and language. So my husband spent 10 years in the Hasidic community of New York, a few years in Chicago. We reach them where they're at. This kind of ministry takes a lot more time, and you cannot just hand out tracts and with the message of Yeshua on it. This takes one-on-one personal relationships. It takes years of long-term relationships with individual Orthodox people to be able to have a voice in their life. So that is why organizations that I mentioned earlier are not really going to reach Orthodox very effectively. And also, we want the Orthodox to understand that even with believing in Yeshua as Mashiach, they do not have to abandon the traditional observance of Shabbos and other things. So why is it so difficult to reach them? Why can't we just go to an Orthodox Jewish person and share Yeshua right off the bat? Well, there's obviously a lot of history between the church and Jewish population, and it's filled with many hundreds, thousands of years of persecution, unfortunately, and this sustained Yeshua's reputation. Other organizations do outreach to Jews don't have the knowledge or training to effectively reach this group, the Orthodox. There's a lot of distrust, obviously, in Yeshua, and in order to gain that trust, it takes a lot of time. So they want to make sure that we're not just faking our observance, for example. Um, and also, you have to have a lot of background knowledge, especially when you're talking to Orthodox men. So, for example, right here I have this next point. It also takes a lot of study, as the main value of the Orthodox community is one of many, many hours of study. So typically they study, the really Hasidic communities anyway, study between 12 to 14 hours a day. And they study Talmud and other rabbinic sources. My husband has studied all of Talmud. He studied Mishnah Torah, and he's currently going through Mishnah Berurah, as well as many other different kinds of commentaries and things like that. So very well versed. A person wanting to share Yeshua with Orthodox needs to have a great grasp of these writings. You need to know what you're talking about, because if you're talking to an Orthodox person who has studied these writings, they're going to walk all over you, so to speak. Um, so just that's just a reality. So, especially with anti-missionaries, they'll often take advantage of people who don't know the text and they'll lie. Anti-missionaries are notorious for over-exaggerating. For example, we did a response video one time with Tobias Singer, who claimed that there's nothing, no one can die for another. He clearly lied, because in Orthodox Judaism there is what's known as, the death of the righteous, literally dying for those who are sinners. So that's a very common concept within rabbinic literature. Just as an example, uh, okay, as mentioned, you also know the history of Jews in relation to Yeshua and what they think they know about him versus what is actually true. So David is writing a commentary on this, a rabbinic commentary on Matthew to get into the hands of Orthodox. Also, we live an Orthodox life and understand the cornerstone that Shabbos is, and of the holidays and various customs. Again, we're not just doing this to quote unquote reach out to Jews and then go eat non-kosher restaurant or something. We're living it because it is our conviction, and they will see our genuine observance as a positive. Though some are scared. We tend to scare people a little bit, some Orthodox, because we're actually observant and they're not used to seeing that from Yeshua followers. Um, so as for some of our goals, like I mentioned before, we're trying to produce an online course with Matthew, as well as the written commentary. My husband is almost done with the commentary, and we're working on getting funds for that to publish it. We also want to do a future trip to Israel. We were supposed to go to Israel in 2024, but unfortunately, because of what happened on October 7th, 2023, that trip got canceled. We have a lot of Orthodox Jewish contacts over there who want discipleship, who want us to visit, and also we want to be able to minister to them and gain more contacts over there. We have an invitation, kind of a standing invitation with those in Judea as well. And then thirdly, our support raising is for general ministry support, so we have time to produce the written resources. So right now, my husband has to work a lot outside of ministry to support our family, and we are wanting to get to the point where he is able to stay home and write and disciple and all the things that ministry requires. In of itself, it is a full-time job. So it's very difficult right now to get the ministry stuff we want to get done, as well as just supporting our financial needs. Um, so all of these things make our work unique, and in light of the rare approach of long-term relationships, discipleship, and knowledge that it requires, we really appreciate support that is consistent, such as monthly donors that we currently have give anywhere between $20 to $550 a month. $200 a day is roughly about a day of work. These consistent monthly donors help us to be able to plan more effectively our time and resources in forming a community, and also writing the resources that I mentioned. And we do also want to form a orthodoxly observant Messianic community here in Colorado Springs. Uh, with all of that said, having heard about our work, I hope you will decide to support us at either 50, 100, $200 even, or whatever you can give on a monthly basis. And attached to this will be the Zephy link. And just to mention, Zephy is our platform that we use for donations. 100% of your donation that you give will actually go to us because they don't have any processing fees. So I just want to mention that. And also, and what we would like from you, totally optional, is we would love for you to join our WhatsApp group and our band group. Band is a more sophisticated thing like WhatsApp. It will post events there, documents, and have discussions there. WhatsApp is more for discussions, in a longer thread, but things tend to get lost there. So it's really important to join both. And we want you to be part of these communities so you don't feel like you're just sending money and you don't know what's going on. So once you sign up for a monthly donation, your email will be put into our system and you will start getting a monthly newsletter about our work. So if you have any questions, please get in contact with me at info@ahavaschinam.com or whatever means I contacted you. This is just a general video I'm doing for everybody because there's quite a number of people who are not able to Zoom me because they're, in a different country or they're just too busy. So I'm giving this to you now so you can get to know me and the resources we have to offer. So I hope you're as excited as I am to share this with you, that you'll be excited to join our support team. So if you have any questions, please connect with me. Thank you.